Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Super excited that you could be here with me today. Today we're going to be talking about what does it mean to be a wheat seed and how is Jesus a wheat seed, and really we're focusing on what does it mean to die to self. And I feel like there's a lot of, if you've been around the Christian world, you've dabbled in it, or maybe you've been a Christian for a long time, you've heard of this concept that is called dying to self. And essentially it is to crucify the flesh. I mean, that's like a whole category of things. Like, what is the flesh? That's pride, ambition, selfishness, desires, impure desires. Even if you have it in the context of fasting, it could be crucifying the flesh, and you don't want any physical desire to be controlling you. That's part of what crucifying the flesh means. But another part, or dying to self specifically. But I wanted to go over another aspect that I feel like the Lord was sharing with me in my personal readings. I was reading through, I believe it was John 14. Let me check this. Yeah, no, John 12 the other day. And I came across this passage about Jesus saying, I am the wheat seed that falls to the ground. And I wanted to share what the Lord shared with me with you guys. So let's just start there. It's John 12, 23 through 26. And Jesus answered them, saying, the hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. He who loves his life loses it, and he who hates his life in this world will keep it to life eternal. If anyone serves me, he must follow me, and where I am, there my servant will be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. So, Jesus basically says in this analogy, if a wheat seed doesn't die, it will not produce. But it has to die and enter the earth to produce. Otherwise it remains alone. It's just one wheat seed. Now Jesus is basically saying, I am that wheat seed, and I'm the one who dies, goes into the earth, sprouts up and produces fruit, right? And on a stalk of wheat or whatever, I don't know, blade of wheat, I don't know. But it produces many other seeds that all then continue to die, fall down, grow. And it's this multiplication of the wheat seed. And this is the idea that Jesus is trying to get across, because he is that multiplication. He is the initial wheat seed dropped in the earth. That when you look at the produce of that and the fruit of that over the thousands of years that Christianity has been a thing, you see all this fruit from all these different people who have given their lives to Christ. But what he says here, he says, if anyone serves me, he must follow me, and where I am, there my servant will be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. He's saying, if we serve him, we got to follow him. So we follow him into that death as a wheat seed. So we also become wheat seeds. And what does that mean? And this is why I want to talk about crucifying the flesh or dying to self, is when we die to ourselves, we need to imagine that we also are dying as a wheat seed and going into the earth, because we don't want to be producing fruit for the kingdom. We want to be discipling people, encouraging people, getting people saved. And it could be a plethora of things, just serving people. That's fruit for the kingdom, because that is in itself a reflection of God and Jesus, because he was the ultimate servant, right? So there's a lot to it, but I want you to understand that crucifying the flesh and dying to self isn't just about we do it to do it so we don't sin. It's about a kingdom mentality that I'm doing this to produce fruit so that hopefully other people will be impacted and they also become wheat seeds, and then they also will die to self, and then they will impact people, and so on and so forth. And if we have that mentality, it's like it really takes a radical person who's radically in love with the mission and the purpose of the gospel to want to die to self to the point where he or she is producing that kind of fruit. And I encourage you guys to take it and run with it, that you are wheat seeds as well. But what does it cost to be a wheat seed? Here's what it costs. Jesus says, he who loves his life loses it, and he who hates his life in this world will keep it to life eternal. Now this doesn't mean, I hate my life, life sucks, I have this, I have that, I have this. No, or maybe you just are one of those nihilists who are like, life is meaningless and existence is pain or whatever. This is not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is you hate your life in that you would rather and you prefer the mission of the gospel over your own mission. You prefer the service of others over people serving you. You prefer the cross over the desires of the flesh. That's what you prefer. And you hate this life because you, and what helps me to the way I hate this life, because hate, it connotates like something like, hate, disgust. But it kind of is, you want to have this disgust, and like, I'm disgusted with the way the world is. I'm disgusted with the way that I am. Not in a way like, I'm disgusted with my own sin nature. I'm disgusted with this and that. But here's the thing, the Lord provides you with the answers that He provides you a different system than the world system. He provides you a different system or a different nature than your nature as a fallen man. Where you're just a slave to this meat suit you're in, and your mind runs and you can't control it, and you have no power over your circumstances. Well, Jesus has given us control over our fleshly bodies, control over our mind, control over our life situations through prayer, and having a community that loves you. Like, Jesus has just given us so much, but what He's asking for with that, with everything He's given you, He says, can you die to yourself to give it to someone else too? Can you have that heart to die to yourself and give it to someone else? Look at all the amazing things you have, and you're not going to lose them. If you die to yourself, you're just going to get more. You're going to start walking more in the promises of the gospel and the blessings of the gospel. But you need to die to yourself and have the heart that you say, I have all these amazing things the Lord has given me, but how about I die to myself and bless someone else because they need it more than me right now? Because I already have salvation. I already have a relationship with Christ, but someone else out there doesn't. And you're the person who's going to walk in the dying to yourself, to walking in the wheat seed mentality. You got to be a wheat seed. You have the wheat seed mentality and walk in that and produce fruit so that you can be a part of that person's salvation story. Not that you are their salvation, and we're not going to say that. But you can be the tool that God uses to go save that person from the fires of hell and from eternal separation from God, And it's like, it's profound and deep and impactful stuff, but you need to take it and run with it. You are the wheat seed. But anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you. I hope it impacts you. I hope it can change you in some way and motivate you to do more with your life for God, because that's all that really matters down here. I mean, we're going to have eternity with Him, and we're going to have so much with Him, but right now you have an awesome opportunity to die to yourself, produce fruit, and have a brother or sister in heaven that's going to be there for eternity with you. So I just encourage you to start walking in this mentality. But that's about it. If you guys liked it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts. Also, if you want to support my ministry, you can do that by going to my website and go to the support page. I'll drop a link to the website there. I have more just writings. I do a lot of it's basically a blog, so I write a lot there. And what I've started to do is do a blog and then also do a video. So for people who don't want to read or don't like reading as much, I have a video for you guys. So that's what you're watching right now. Anyways, but if you do want to support me financially, I am doing this part-time still. I would so much appreciate it, but only do it if you feel like the Lord's leading you to do it, because I know if He wants to provide for me in that way, then I'm just so blessed, but I want Him to use the people that He has called to do it. I don't want to force anyone into that. So anyways, I just thank you guys so much for watching the video and taking some time out of your day to hear what I have to say, hear what the Lord showed me. Anyways, I just appreciate so much your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.